Okay, now we're ready to go. Hi, everybody. Good evening.
Good
Welcome to the Great
evening.
Voice Spotlight Training. My lovely co-host for the evening is Ms. Ann Courtney. Hi, Ann.
Hello, everyone. Good to be
From
here.
beautiful Boulder, Colorado. How's it doing over
Beautiful.
there?
I know you guys got all the snow this week. We still haven't had any.
Really? So it's been like a kind of a
No,
dry winter for you guys.
it's been weird.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, who can? Yep. Well, listen, what can we do? That's why we have coats. Hats and scarves. You know, the Danish people say no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. So
Right?
just listen to the blues, do our voiceover, grab a microphone, have some fun. So good to see all of you tonight. We got a nice group of folks. Hello to our co-workers, our wonderful members, team members, Donna. Donna
Hello,
in
everyone.
Magnolia, Texas. Nice to see
Hi,
you.
Miss Donna.
Thank you.
And
Yeah, down here in the 75-degree weather,
don't
making
rub it
crocheted
in.
things and no occasion to wear them. So
And where's Deborah? Let's go. Let's unmute Deborah. She's here.
let's
I saw her.
see.
Deborah's there
Ms.
in
Pryor, please unmute.
Hollywood.
Hey there,
Hi,
Susan
Deborah.
and
Hello,
Donna.
Miss
Hi
Hey,
to you.
Deborah.
See
everybody.
you.
Thursday night hang.
It
I'm in
is.
89-degree Los Angeles.
That
Rub it
sounds about
in.
right.
Rub it in. I love the desert. I really do. I think it's so much beautiful. Okay. So we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to talk some more about medical narrations as I play my slideshow here. There we go. Okay, so Anne is here with me tonight. We're going to talk about this. So we did this last week. This is a kind of an encore presentation. But what we're doing differently tonight is we're going to have an opportunity for a couple people to read some medical narration scripts. And so we want, to give you a sense of what it's like. But first of all, a gentle reminder to please turn your phone off so that you're not distracted. And also, we want to know if this is your first time so we can welcome you. So come on in the chat, let us know. I can't see it.
We've got Brad and Angela and
Yeah, I'm using Keynote. I
yeah,
usually use
that's
PowerPoint.
okay.
So
We've got Michelle's first time and Prudence first time, and Ethan says first time with gauze in his mouth. It's Wayne's first time. Ethan must have had dental work. Stacy Willis raised a hand, so I think that means it's Stacy's first time and it's Judy's first time. Ethan needs
Great guys.
he needs to take some time. Yes, uh,
Welcome.
Joanne's first time, Sean's first time.
Wow.
Oh, poor Ethan. He had to have a hole drilled into his jaw.
Oh, come on.
It's Ellen's first time and Shay's first time.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
And
Because,
Suzelle. Ooh, that's an
wow,
interesting.
that's a
What
pretty
an
name.
interesting. And Catherine has her hand up. I think it's
Wow.
Catherine's first time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice guys. Thank you so much for joining us. So, you're going to learn if you're right for medical narrations. Obviously, the name says what it is. It's a sub niche of the non-broadcast voiceovers, and it's pretty darn big. We'll talk all about it and about how to break in. The two types of medical narrations, where to find medical pronunciation sources, and we will show you a couple of scripts and have a little fun and have a couple of people read for us too. And we have an upcoming medical narrations masterclass next weekend with Anne, and you'll learn all about that too. So come back in the chat and let us know which one of these are you. And you could be one, more, or all of them. A healthcare professional. This niche sounds like it's right up my alley. I enjoy science. This sounds interesting. I have a warm, nurturing voice. I want to expand my voiceover possibilities. I'm curious about breaking into medical narrations, and I would like details on your medical narrations training. So, let's see what they say. Donna, read some of the numbers off. What's
Yes, I can
the,
unmute now that the smoke detector has stopped going off.
oh my,
Uh,
okay.
Rob's cooking. That's all I got to say. We have a retired nurse and EMT, 2 through 6, 4 and 5, 3 and 4, 1, 3 and 5, 6, 1, 2, 5, 2, 3, 4. Nurturing voice, 3 and 4, number 5, 2 through 5. Lots of multiples, many of them, many of them. Absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, before I introduce you to Anne, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Susan Berkley. I am the founder of GreatVoice.com. I'm the signature voice of Citibank, and I have been doing voiceover for over 30 years. I do voiceovers every single day, and also really, really enjoy helping you guys. Here at Great Voice, we have trained literally thousands of emerging voice talent in the 30 plus years that we've been coaching people. And we do that with my awesome team located around the country. You've got three of our team members on the line with us today. Some of you are shaking your head because you've worked with them. They do a terrific, terrific job training you, helping you learn your home studio, producing your demos, teaching you how to market yourself. I mean, I'm very, very proud of what we're doing here, and especially prouder of you guys that are doing it and taking advantage of what we've got to offer. So Anne is here tonight. So Anne spent 20 years as an actress and a singer in Los Angeles and New York City. And she appeared on the hit TV series Sex and the City. And she was back. What did you do back? You were also the understudy for Cynthia Nixon, right?
Stand-in, yes.
Stand-in, yeah. That's not understood. Stand-in, yeah. So you were her size and for lighting purposes and things like that, and you're on
Yes.
the set.
The red hair, yeah. And I did that for 5.5 years, and then I am in an episode as well, playing a Jewish singles person.
My absolute favorite. Anne totally steals
So
the
fun.
scene. She does
Which
such an
episode
amazing.
is it in? If people want to go take a look.
It's episode 6 of season 6.
Oh
A
yeah.
If
hop,
you
skip,
and
and
if
a
you
week.
Google Charlotte wants Harry back, YouTube video will come up. It's just the 2 minutes that Anne is in and where she totally steals the scene.
That's great. But
Thank
don't do
you.
it now. We
Don't do it
want you
now.
here.
Do it later.
Yeah. Anyway, so Anne has been full-time in voiceover since 2018. When we met, Anne came to one of my workshops and we met in New York City and we hired her at Great Voice, where she is the voice talent on what was then Merck Medco, and now it's Express Scripts and been doing it for like 3 decades among other customers. So Anne is wonderful. She's an experienced medical narrator and more, does all kinds of voiceovers. Signature voice of Express Scripts, serving millions of customers and a member of Team Great Voice. She is one of our wonderful demo coaches. So there are three reasons why medical narrations is a great voiceover niche, and let's count them off for you. Number one is the customer. I mean, I think that come rain, come shine, come war, come peace, there's no risk that farmer will ever, ever, ever go away. Think about it. They just keep getting bigger and bigger. I'm talking about the drug companies, right? And I have the numbers here for 2024. And Merck did like $63 billion, Pfizer, 62 billion, Johnson and Johnson, 58 billion, Roche, 53 billion. So from that point of view, it's a great niche because it's solid. It's like your voiceover insurance policy. It really is. So if one of the demos you do, one out of the ones you do, is in this niche, I think it's a really good choice for your voiceover future. And you're going to learn about the types of sub niches within medical that you can do. Like I said, it's a voiceover insurance policy. And number three, healthcare education. So this is the training not just of doctors, but of anyone in healthcare. It's a $110 billion marketplace growing by over 16% a year, and 33% of all medical education is produced in North America. So anybody that has required medical, a learning that they need to do to maintain their license, here's voiceovers, not to mention training of anything and everything. It's a vast opportunity. I mean, you could do all types of things. You could do audiobooks, you can do commercials, But you could even spend your entire voiceover career just working in this one niche or use it and enjoy doing it to diversify. And why? Well, look at all these sub niches. You have patient education, not just the healthcare workers, but the patients themselves. We've all seen them. You know, we go into the doctor's office, there's the video there, or the doctor gives us a link telling us, you know, you have this condition, go watch this video. There's somebody narrating that video. Of course, all the practitioners, but don't just think medical, think dental, you guys. Think chiropractic. I don't know how many millions of chiropractors there are, and veterinaries. Veterinary medicine, vets. It's huge. I've done commercials for dogs and cats. The first spot I did was for Purina Horse Chow. That's the first voiceover job I ever got.
Huh.
Then there's community health and wellness and prevention. There's medical education, e-learning. There's marketing of healthcare facilities, hospitals. Billions of dollars are spent every year. Universities, medical device instruction. I mean, there's an untold number of those. And medical animation narrations, the anatomy of disease states and various procedures. And then continuing medical education, expert introductions, and drug education, drug use, drug sales. I mean, are you guys getting the idea? Come in the chat and tell me. Oh man, this sounds like a hot niche. I get it, right? I get it. I'm gonna do this so I can just see really quick. I can see the chat. Yeah, here we go. Case studies, of course. Sign me up,
Mhm.
says Stan.
Yep.
Massive
Yep.
paths.
It
Total
just,
sense.
Judy
Already in
said
this
it's
market,
so
Michelle. That's
endless.
awesome. Sign
Yep,
me
it's
up, says
endless.
Fred.
It's
Yeah, we'll
endless.
hang in there, Fred.
Hmm.
We'll get there. This is great. Okay. So let me play the slideshow. Okay. So we talked about all of this. Audiobooks, explainer videos, and of course commercials. So Deborah, unmute. Deborah just did a drug commercial. Tell everybody what's it for. And it
Oops.
played during
Oh,
the Olympics. What was it?
well, it's, on contracts of 13 weeks, but it did start. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't been able to capture it, but it's for Nucala, Nucala. It's a respiratory a pharmaceutical medication. And yeah, it was great. I had never even thought of doing medical narration. And then my agent started sending them to me. And I was like, well, I'm a trained voice actor. Why not? And but I hadn't really focused on medical narration, and so it's a great field and it's wide open, and I'm like, send me more. And really I've been getting just a lot of nice compliments on my approach to medical narration scripts. So my voice is kind of suitable for that
Very
as
warm and
well.
soothing, very
So
soothing.
yeah,
That's nice.
yeah.
That's cool,
Mm-hmm.
Deborah. Great. And
Thank you.
congratulations on that spot. Wonderful.
Yeah, great
Thanks.
job.
Yeah. Okay. So are you guys starting to get the picture? Stacy's taking notes. We'll talk, Suzelle, we're going to talk about AI in a minute. Interested in it all. So there are two styles of medical narrations, and there's
Peer-to-peer,
peer-to-peer
peer-to-patient.
and peer. Who are your peers? So in peer-to-peer and peer-to-patient. So in peer-to-peer, you're playing a doctor, a scientist. You're one of the person that you're reading to. And so there's two scientists, two doctors, two healthcare providers, two pharmacists, two chiropractors, two veterinarians talking to one another. And it's much more of a scientific, non-emotional read. And that's where you get all the big terminology. And then peer to patient is what it sounds like. Like you are a medical professional talking to a patient. And those are much more in plain language, explaining about your condition. They're very soothing, they're very nurturing. Peer to peer is almost clinical. I want to say the word cold, but it's not quite cold. It's clinical and scientific, right, Anne?
Yes. Much more, uh, usually a little bit more efficient, a little brisker.
Mm.
because you're
Mhm.
talking to another medical professional.
That's exactly right. Okay. So here I bought a couple of scripts and let me put them up on the screen for everybody. So who wants to read a, let's see, the first one is a peer-to-patient script.
Oh,
We
we got
can't do everybody, but I thought Ken raised his hand first, Dan.
yeah.
So let's talk to Ken. Let me hit play,
Um,
and you guys should be able to see that bigger. Everybody see that now?
yep.
There we
All
go.
right.
Ken's
Okay,
unmuted.
Ken. So
Howdy.
hi, Ken. Tell us a
Hi.
little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Well, I'm a recovering woodaholic. Um, I'm a wood splitter. We sell firewood.
Oh, that Ken
That's
with your
right.
Woodaholic.
son.
That's right. So I'm a recovering woodaholic. So anyway, that's kind of what we've done. I was a painting contractor for 30 years, and end up splitting firewood with my son, who has Down syndrome. So we were doing that. But now my back hurts. My back went out. I have degenerative disc disease, and I got to do
Oh,
something different. So voiceover, here we come.
Okay. Well, hopefully your knees are okay because you're about to talk about partial knee replacement.
Okay.
So take your time, Ken.
Okay.
You're talking to a patient, and Anne will listen to Ken, and then you can make some comments after
Okay.
he reads. Take your
Am I the
time.
doctor? Oh,
No, yeah. Oh, yeah, let's see. You're the physical therapist.
physical therapist. Okay.
Yeah. Take your time.
All right. A partial knee replacement is an alternative. Let me get started again, and here we go. A partial knee replacement is an alternative to total knee replacement for some patients with osteoarthritis of the knee. This surgery can be done when the damage is confined to a particular compartment of the knee. In the past, partial knee replacement was reserved for older patients who were involved in few activities. Now, partial knee replacement is often preferred in the younger population as their recovery is quicker and often with much less pain.
Very nice.
I
Um,
feel like I read that.
But
you
that,
did.
go ahead, Anne.
But that the key to this is you want it to sound conversational,
Yeah.
even though um, it's not written like a conversation. That's what you want to get to.
Okay.
You would also you'd want to slow it down quite a bit because this is new information to the patient. And you would probably want to be just a touch more upbeat, not smiley, but just you want to give them the good news. So a little more, this is a partial. It's not the whole thing. So it's the recovery time is going to be faster, and it's a better alternative than a full knee replacement.
Okay.
Um, and um, so those are the first things I would counsel you to, and you can take a lot more time with this.
Okay. Do it again.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
try it again.
All right. A partial knee replacement is an alternative to total knee replacement for some patients with osteoarthritis of the knee. This surgery can be done when the damage is confined to a particular compartment of the knee. In the past, partial knee replacement was reserved for older patients who were involved in few activities. Now, partial knee replacement is often preferred in the younger population as their recovery is quicker and often with much less pain.
Much better. How did that feel to you?
It felt better.
Yeah.
I felt better. I did this a couple times, a couple more times. I'd be able to become a little bit more conversational.
Yes, that
That's
was
the
much,
idea.
much better. Nice job.
Thank you.
I thought so too, and it was so welcoming and
Yeah.
conversational, Ken.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah,
job.
because you always want the patient to feel at ease. You want them to feel good about the information that you're giving them.
Okay.
Very
All right.
nice.
Yeah, good job. All right, now
Thank
let's
you.
go to the next one. I don't know if the people on can read this. If you don't, drop off. Joanna's in. Look at her head. She's going, I'm in for Tootie too. Let's see Tootie. Okay, Tootie. Let's
All
have
right.
Tootie read this.
Okay.
I can actually do this because I have had this
Oh
lymphedema
my.
and lymphatic drainage. So, and peer to peer. So I'm talking to, am I talking to another person who's a patient
No,
or no?
No,
doctor. So
Doctor.
another medical professional.
you're a doctor
Okay.
and you are training a med student. In your
Okay.
like, what do they do? The grand rounds where they go around from bedside to bedside and they explain what they're doing. So take your time.
Okay.
Very scientific, Tootie.
Okay. A sequential compression device can be operated in two secondary lymphedema preparation treatment or LPT modes, clearing mode and focal mode. These modes can only be utilized before the main gradient mode therapy. Clearing mode can be used to mimic manual lymphatic drainage, and therapy is administered in a specific chamber inflation sequence.
Nice. Um,
Ooh.
I think it could be even, you could do it even, I hesitate to use the word faster,
Oh, okay.
but maybe even a little more efficient. Um,
Okay.
this is, just delivering the information, and you might even be demonstrating this as
Okay.
you're telling them the information.
Okay. A sequential compression device can be operated in two secondary lymphedema preparation treatment or LPD modes, clearing mode and focal mode. These modes can only be utilized before the main gradient mode therapy. Clearing mode can be used to mimic manual lymphatic drainage, and therapy is administered in a specific chamber inflation sequence.
Excellent. Much nice adjustment.
That was great,
Yeah,
Tootie. I
yeah,
mean, you sounded very crisp,
yeah,
right, Ann?
yes. Much more professional, which is what
Yeah.
you want to sound like.
It's like you're really in control and you know what you're doing.
You when you're doing peer to peer, you are always the subject matter expert, and
Okay.
the pronunciations have to roll off your tongue like you say them every single day, and you absolutely did. So, nice job. Really
Great
nice job.
job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay. And I wish we don't have time tonight to read everybody, but that was great. Are
Mhm.
you guys starting to see what this could be like for you? Yeah?
This is how the class will go next week.
Yeah. Going to be reading lots of scripts and getting coached by Ann. So you might be wondering, someone had a question about AI. And, well, let me go back and talk about AI, actually. I think I have something coming up. So here are 10. This is, I've kept my ear to the ground with this. And we have several coaches that work with us. One of them is Adam Werner. Adam Werner is a well-known audiobook narrator. I mean, he does this full-time audiobook narrating, and he got hired to read a series of books. And the rights holder came to him and said, Adam, we're going to do the last book in the series using AI. Adam was disappointed, but he had many other projects. He said, okay, no problem. A week later, the rights holder came back and said, Adam, it was a horrible, terrible mistake. We got so many complaints. Please, please, please come back and read the rest of the books. And Adam said, of course, no problem. Andy Cologne, who's another one of our coaches, he coaches in both English and Spanish, and he was on Fiverr. And one of his customers came to him and said, Andy, for our next campaign, we're going to use AI. And Andy goes, okay. The next day, the customer came back and said, please, Andy, we made a horrible, terrible mistake. It sounds just awful. Our clients hate it. What were we thinking? Please come back. And Andy, of course, came back. I recently read something on LinkedIn from a Grammy nominated producer who was starting to experiment with AI in the voiceovers he was doing. And he said it was so difficult for him to get a human sounding voice. So difficult, not to mention there were technical difficulties. So half the spot would sound normal, the second half would sound like as he said it, the voice's caffeinated cousin. So it would suddenly speed up, sound terrible. And he said the whole exercise took him hours, whereas if he had just hired a professional voice talent, he could have gotten it done in 15 minutes and gotten like 10 different takes, and they all would be great. So those are just three of the many things that I'm hearing out there, guys. You don't need to worry, especially in this niche. There are so many demands that we humans need to meet in medical narrations. For example, we need to sound credible. We need to make the product the hero, the drug or whatever the procedure is, and the patient the hero. Those are subtle acting shifts that, Anne will direct you in when you come to our training next week. But that's something that an AI can't do. An AI does one thing. What if they direct you? They want you to sound hopeful, energized, sincerely interested. An AI can't do that. These are human voice qualities: fascinated, passionate, thorough, accurate, scientific, authoritative, humane, empathetic. These are all the different ways that you'll be directed. Conversational with the medical terminology, like Tootie just did. And unflappable. I mean, we're talking about all body parts. I was the voice of the irritable bowel hotline. I'm not going to repeat. I talked about it last week. I'm not going to repeat what I had to say. Let's just say the people who were listening to this drug trial were on a drug, and I had to talk about the qualities of their stool. Sounding unflappable. All right, I'll say it. I was reading things like, for smooth like a snake, press 1. For fluffy like a cloud, press 2. For hard like walnuts, press 3. Without cracking up, but I did it. It was perhaps the weirdest voiceover that I ever did. But these are the types of things for this wide range of things that we're reading in medical narrations. I find it so much fun. And sometimes it's highly technical, and many times it's very patient-centered and very warm and fuzzy. So you might be wondering about all those big words, Anne. What do you use when you get scripts where the words are very Latinate? They're all these drug names. How do you handle that?
Well, my go-to is YouTube.
Yeah.
Um, you can, as long as you find a video of a healthcare professional speaking the word. There are AI generated voices that will do the pronunciation. You don't want to use that.
Yeah.
And you will often find British speakers or people from other countries speaking the word, which isn't helpful for us. We need somebody with an American accent, but you can often find someone, a healthcare professional, using the procedure, the drug name, the whatever it is that you're looking for in a presentation, in a trial, whatever it is. That's the first place that I go to.
Yeah, and we'll tell you, you'll explain next week exactly how to
Yes,
do this with
yes,
lots and lots of examples. So the
yes.
question you should be asking is, so how do I move from knowing what I need to do to become a medical narrator to actually getting started? What do you think, guys? Well, you can do this slowly, try to figure it out yourself by trial and error. Gets expensive, can take you years, or get a speed start, as we always do with a proven formula and trusted coaches like Anne looking over your shoulder to make sure you implement. Now, it's not for people who are unwilling to present themselves professionally, people who are unreliable or flaky, who enjoy tricky or manipulative sales and marketing practices, or who want to simply get rich quick.